It's called Edinburgh, a place of my own. If I had sat outside the Caledonian Hotel this afternoon, cross-legged on the pavement, with the restaurant wall behind me, if I had placed a plastic cup in front of me, a blanket round my shoulders, if the hours had been the east wind cutting the length of Lothian Road while the cold hardened into me, if the day could not have been different, or the date, or the clouds, or the sleet, or the rain, if I'd stopped looking round me at faces, at people, if I'd stopped staring down at my uncovered hands, if I had been sitting up straight when they asked me to move, if I'd still been sitting up straight when they touched my shoulder to wake me. A woman, a plastic cup, a blanket, the pavement, the wall. They told her she had to move on. She said nothing. They asked her her name. She said nothing. And if a sheet had been used to cover my face, if the postcode for where I'd been begging were tagged to my foot, that postcode would stand for my name when at last I'd be given a place of my own. Right, we'll just go straight into the DVD. Thank you.
My relationship broke down, and this was the reason why I applied to the Housing Association for a house. The house that the Housing Association gave me was unsuitable due to dampness. The walls were covered in black furry spots, they were wet underneath the wallpaper. This wasn't suitable because my wee boy suffers from chest problems, and this would have made his problems worse. I asked the Housing Association on numerous occasions if they could fix the dampness in my flat. This was never attended to, never done. So I then asked them if they could offer me somewhere else to go for me and my kids. They had nothing to offer me, so me and my kids ended up in the end going to a homeless unit. Due to me giving my job up, my kids lose their nursery place because I didn't have any money to pay for the nursery. I just feel that this is really upset my family, really upset my kids. My wee boy wet in the bed, my wee boy regressing instead of progressing, my wee girl not being able to sit in a room and have conversations with people the way she was, not as confident because she's been moved from pillar to post, from house to house, from one house to a homeless unit. You go from having money, a job and a house to having absolutely nothing and living in a homeless unit. Being homeless has wrecked my life. It really has, it's wrecked my life.
I haven't received any support until 3 months ago. Actually, August to November.
3 months?
That's 4 months. Didn't take their money for many years.
Why didn't you?
Not that I didn't want to. It is because my brother's family lives in a house which used to be under my name. Now they have bought it.
So you have some money.
I had a girlfriend.
Isn't
She
there
stole
some
all my
state-run
money.
shelters to stay?
To stay there, you have to work. That's a duvet.
Isn't it good that they provide you job? You can earn money.
Not much money. You have to work, and when you save a bit of money, they will ask you to pay back.
So it's not a place where you can live and have work at the same time.
I used to work in textile factories. In the past, it was easy to find work at any factory. You could find a job through the older people.
Is that all your personal belongings?
Yes, that
Oh, it keeps you warm.
city. I couldn't stay in other places
It's better here.
and beat me up. Here people are simpler. As long as you stay in your corner, nobody will
Describe
disturb
to me
you.
what is an ideal house for you if the state is willing to provide.
I don't interact with others much. My life is very simple. A bit of food and a place for shower. A room to live in without obligations. If there is a place to live in, it will be really good. Here I can't even find a place to have a shower. There are a lot of rules in the shelter the council provides. There are a lot of rules in the shelter the council provides. They wanted me to do the work my physical conditions did not allow me to do.
Quise pasar a Nogales, pero ahí me robaron. Y pues luego me vine en un ray con un trailero para acá, Hermosillo,
¿Y por qué es que ibas al otro lado?
a trabajar.
¿Y qué es lo que ha significado para ti el andar aquí?
¿Qué significa?
Sí, pues el estar sin casa.
Pues tengo que echarle ganas para salir adelante.
¿Qué es lo que esperas de la vida? ¿Cuáles son tus expectativas?
¿Metas?
Ajá,
Pues metas ahorita no tengo.
ajá.
Ahorita nada más le echo ganas para salir adelante.
O sea, tu salir adelante, ¿qué es? O sea, para poder subsistir, comprarte la comida.
Sí, para mis cosas
Ajá,
personales.
ok. ¿Y tu familia dónde está?
En el DF.
¿A qué es a lo que tú le dirías tener una casa, un hogar? O sea, ¿cuál es tu imagen de eso?
¿Qué diría yo de tener casa?
Ajá, un hogar.
No, pues estaría mejor.
¿Cuál es tu sueño? ¿Cuál es tu sueño de tener un lugar donde vivir estable?
¿En porcentaje o cómo?
No, tu sueño, o sea, ¿qué es lo que cómo te imaginas tú siendo feliz, digamos?
Pues normal. Así como una persona normal.
Ajá.
All my life I work on construction. Now that I can't work, I said I'll be a shoe shiner. No way I will be begging. There is no way.
Ajá. Ajá.
It is better to work, to earn it, but working, neither begging or robbing.
Ajá, ok, ok.
And the other side of it is where you rest your head, where your sanctuary is, where you go for your peace, or where you can have your parties, where you can entertain people. The other side of it is where you rest your head, where your sanctuary is, where you go for your peace, or where you can have your parties, where you can entertain people, and where your family are as well. Also, at the moment, it's a struggle. It's happened to me a couple of times before. I should be too clever for it this time around, but different situations when you're younger, you can roll with it, because you can grow up and it happens to you, and it kind of halts your progress. You know where to bring your friends, you know where to do your own thing, you know where you can rest, you know where you can get a full night's sleep, and you end up if you're lucky, you end up in hostels or Salvation. As you grow up and it happens to you, then it kind of halts your progress. And you know where to bring your friends, you know where to do your own thing, you know where you can rest, and you know where you can get a full night's sleep, and you end up if you're lucky, you end up in hostels or Salvation Army places, and where it's somewhere to rest your head and put a few of your personal belongings. You can start to build again, but it still isn't yours. There's straight in that catch-22 where you can't progress. You know what I mean? It's harder to find a job. It just halts your whole progress.
Things like when you're in a hostel and stuff like that, then does that have impact on you getting a job and things like that?
It's a stepping stone, isn't it? Because then you've got an address where they can write to you and maybe a phone line they can contact you. So it's a step better that way, yeah. Mm-hmm. Simple hopes for the future, just get somewhere safe and secure for me and my lad there, like. Have him as often as I can, nice garden for him, provide everything that he needs, hopefully. That's about it.
I have been 11 years in the streets. I didn't know what it is to be in the street. I found myself there in old age, when I was 42 years old. Until then, I was in my home. I knew that when I would wake up, I would have some pocket money, my cigarettes, my coffee, my nosh, my clothes washed. I went to elementary school at lieu and high school and university here in Athens. At an early age, 19, 20 years old, after I married and had a child, I got messed with drugs. My parents and my brother tolerated me until a certain age, but after that, I don't blame them. They had to take me to the street because I wasn't getting any sober. They couldn't put up with me anymore, so I found myself in the street. The bad thing, the warmth, the certainty first of all, the warmth, cleanliness, because I have something with cleanliness. The advantages of home are many. Above all, you know that you will come back somewhere at night. You know that someone is waiting. It's not like me. Anywhere I go, I don't care what time I'll get back, or if I go to sleep at home, or where to sleep, because I know no one is waiting for me. I don't have anyone waiting for me except for my dog that I take with me everywhere I go. I don't have anyone else waiting. My child is away. He knows some things, but I don't feel it's right that his mother is at the streets. For me, this is an important thing. Crappy. Very crappy. I mean, on the other hand, I don't know. Maybe it's been too long. Now I feel I couldn't stay at home. Because, okay, it's difficult to go through the winter. But I think that if I could go at home, I would be burdened by the walls. Maybe it's also my type. I want to be free. You understand the problem. But it is bad. The people pass by and watching you pryingly. They talk bad in front of you. Even the fact that they pass by and they look at you so pryingly, their gaze is so piercing that goes straight into the heart like a nail. They can't think that they too can be found in a similar position. Literally nothing. Any light at the end of the tunnel? No, I'm old. I'm old, I'm 53 years old. I have problems with my health, serious problem. I had surgery in one lung, in both my legs. And as I said, the world is very bad. So I don't see any hope. It would be like manna from heaven if a home was given for me to get in again. I don't mean occasionally. I mean literally, to have a place to stay forever. I don't know. Maybe this higher power, the one that others call God. I just think that there is a higher power, nothing more. I wish there could be something done, but I don't think so.
Yo me llamo Lorena, tengo 16 años, vengo de Colombia y vivo en Ecuador.
¿Cómo y por qué tuviste que dejar tu hogar?
Bueno, porque la situación de conflicto armado que sufrimos en Colombia, la pobreza, todo mismo, porque sí, por la pobreza y por el conflicto armado que sufrimos. Mi tía me trajo de Colombia para tener una mejor salida, para poder estudiar y poder salir adelante.
¿Cuál es para ti el concepto de casa?
Para mí casa no es un lugar en donde solo hay un techo y unas paredes, más bien casa es un lugar en donde puedo tener amor de las personas que quiero y que me quieren, poder estar cerca de ellos, tener cariño y la comprensión de mi familia.
¿Qué empezó a significar para ti no tener un hogar?
Bueno, no tener un hogar, venir de Colombia y estar acá en Ecuador cambió bastante todo porque nosotros tenemos diferentes costumbres, Ecuador tiene diferentes costumbres. Yo vine acá a Ecuador a salir adelante, no vine a otra cosa más que eso. Pero hay personas que sí me han salido con una bromita de eso, ¿por qué no te largas a tu país y dejas de joder?
¿Cuáles son tus esperanzas para el futuro?
Mis esperanzas para el futuro es poder estudiar, poder salir adelante, porque sé qué es la pobreza y sé lo que es todo y quiero salir adelante para ayudar a la gente más necesitada, ayudar a mi familia, ya que sé que ellos tampoco así están bien.
Entonces, seguramente suerte y muchas gracias, ¿no?
Muchas gracias a todos.